Okay. Yeah. So today our main goal is to cover like all the functions. What are the functions are there in Salesforce? And this function mainly will be used on formula field and validation rules and process build. Maybe like if you are using some automation tool, process builder or flow or approval process. So our workflow. So if you are using any automation tool, in that automation tool, we can use this functionality. Basically, like you need to know these functions. Yeah. So we have like a date time functions. So add months. So add months will help you to add additional months to the current date. So let's say today date is November, but if you want to add one more month from the current date, so let's say you want to send a notification after 1 month or after 20 days, how you will set the reminder, like how you will send the notifications, because the current month you have to add at 1 month, right? So how we will do that? So this is a simple syntax. So add month, date, comma, the numbers. So basically I put the description also. So add number of months to the date using the last date of the month, basically. So like this, the example is this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put, this is my example. The same way you guys has to put like one examples for each functions. You need to put your own example, not this. Don't copy paste like the same example. Try to do it yourself and then put it over here. Okay. So I will show you one sample. So add a month where we will use. So let me show you that. Okay. Now we have a date of birth, right? Like here there is a date of birth 11/11/1917. Okay. Now on top of the date of birth, if you want to add a one more month, so let's say like you want to include the one more month from the date of birth. So how we will do that? So go to the object manager and look for an object. Which object we are trying to create? On the employee objects. So I need an additional one more field which will add 1 month from the date of birth or 1 month from the joining dates. Let's say maybe probation period 6 months, right? So how you will add a 6 month from the joining date? So I need like a probation period time. There will be one more field called a probation period. So joining date is this. You need to calculate the probation period. So how we will do that? You got it right? The requirement. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a formula. So at the moment I will say like a testing, like the field name is testing formula, because I'm going to use this field to explain you all the functions. Yeah. So just one single field, I'm going to use all the functions. So testing formula. Okay. The probation period, what is the data type?
Date, time.
Yeah. So basically date. Yeah, date time also we can go for it, because the joining will be a date and time. So I will go ahead with the probation date and time. Okay, now what formula you will use? Now tell me. So for year, yeah, see here, add months, that is a syntax. You will see here itself they given a descriptions. Add the number of months to the date using the last date of the month if the date is the last date of the month, or adding a number of months to the as a fewer days. That's fine. So here, what do you want to put?
Today.
Why today?
From the joining date
Yes. So I need it from joining date. So we have to put
Joining date.
yes. So
Okay.
insert field joining date and time. This is because of my function actually. So don't worry about that. Yeah, I put that. Okay. How many months? 6. Okay.
No, Sampath, how, I mean, like, that 6 can be 6 days, 6 months. Oh,
No,
you
6
add
month. That's why
month.
add months functions. Whatever
Okay.
you are entering, it's a 6 month.
So this add months can be any other syntax, like it can be add days, add years,
No,
like that.
no. You cannot use like add days, add months. Like this add months means only adding a
It's
month.
only one syntax.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What if it has to be in days or years?
Accordingly, you have to calculate. Like, yeah, we'll come to that one by one. So, so you have to do it one by one. So, yeah, you will have like a different syntax for that, like a days, months, years. Like you can add it.
Okay.
Okay. So this is just add months means whatever like you are providing syntax. See, you see the syntax.
Okay.
Add the number of months to the date. Whatever
Okay.
you are giving, it will add a number of months. That's it.
Okay.
So next, any question on this?
No.
No.
What is the date?
November 12. 6 months.
Yeah. And if you add a 6 month,
May.
yeah,
Okay.
is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. So that's the probation period. Like that, you can use that function. So that is my example here. I put it over here. So same way, you guys try to do it like you are live. So my example live time is like what I done is I used this function. Where is the testing formula? So this is my formula. So the same way, you guys try to do it from your own example. Okay. This is sample I putting. So if I am putting here like let's say Supriya, so here Supriya has to put her example here. So add months, I used joining date, comma the number of months. You have to give the reason
This would
also.
be
So
relevant to the workbook that we are doing, or any example is fine. Like
any
what?
example is fine. So yeah, but again, it's good to know like based on your relevant to Excel sheet, because
Okay.
we have object like a multiple object, multiple fields, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So use the relevant example, whatever you are doing it, so that it's easy. So if assume like some of the functions, we may not use it all the functions, like then you can put like anything sample, that's fine.
All right. Okay.
If this is relevant to your see, I just identified it like there is a probation period, then I
Yeah.
put it here.
Yeah.
So the same way, like if it's applicable, put it, otherwise just execute it. My what I want is you guys need to go through it all the functions and try to understand if you are missing anything. So only like you need to understand it. That's it. That's all I want here. Okay. The next function is date and time. So date. So date means what? So basically, you need to pass year, month, day. If you are passing these three, from these three, create a date from a year, month, and date. Basically, you can create a date field from if you are passing three parameter. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change this data type. Date. I'll say like a 2015 or 2016. Month is 06 and date is 25. So if you are passing like this, it will convert this information into a date format and it will display. Okay. So here, basically the 3 parameter, the system will convert into a date format. This date function will help you to convert here. This could be a number. This could be a number. This could be a number. Basically, these 3 number converted into a date format. Got it? Hello?
Yes, Sampath.
Yes.
Cool. The next one is,
Sampath, I have one question.
yeah,
So when you create a field, right, you automatically select the data type as a date. So
yeah.
under what circumstances we are going to use this formula?
Again, so let's assume you have only 3 parameters. Let's assume you are getting the year and you are getting like maybe text. So you have a value from the text field and you have a separate field, like maybe you have a year, you have a number and you have a date. You have a month and you have a date as a text field or maybe like as a different format. Now, basically, if you want to convert that one into date representations, so you have a like maybe I can give you a real-time scenario. Just give me a minute. So for example, you are trying to create a maybe like a joining date already we given it. Okay. What is the right example for this? 1 minute, yeah. Okay. So you are getting the just an year or month. You don't have a time, or you may need to get the time from the year, and you need to get the month from the current month, and also you need to get the day from the current day. So year, like it has to be a specific year. Let's say like 2019 or something like, yeah, the specific year. Yeah, that is a good option. Okay, so let's go for it. So we have a date of birth is 1970, right? Now we need to send a notification to an employee every year. Let's say 1 day before, you need to send a birthday reminder notification to an employee. Correct? So 1 day before, you need to send a birthday email reminder to an employee saying that like, yeah, so on the day your birthday, like that, you need to send a reminder. Now, every year you need to calculate the date of birth, right? How do you calculate for every years? How the system will calculate every years? So this is the employee date of birth. Now, every year the system has to send an email. So how the system will identify every year? So basically, what you need to do, you need to calculate the date of birth, right? Like you need to calculate the current year. So current year, what is the month, what is the day, and you cannot add this year. Basically, you have to take it the system years, right? So let's say in the same formula, I will put it. Now, employee current date of birth, this year date of birth. What is this year date of birth for employee? So this year date of birth is 11/11/2020, right? So let's
Yes.
put it like this. 1 second. So this is the 11th month. I will say like 17th. Okay. Now you need to send an email to a employee. So for that, what you need to do? You need to calculate the current year date of birth. How do you know the current year date of birth and how you will calculate? Can you give me an idea now? So you want to calculate the current year. So how you will calculate that? The current year date of birth.
But can't we use that? I mean, like, see, my confusion is that for this we can use the formula that you have just shown, right? Add months or something.
But if you are adding a month, how will dynamically it will add a month? System automatically add a month.
Mm-hmm.
See,
That's the formula, right?
no, add a month will give you. You have to enter the number. At what time you will enter a number? See, add a month. You have to specify the number. Let's say if you put add, okay, this month you are putting like a, let's assume like a 24 months you given. Next year the system has to calculate. You go and sit and put all the employees manually.
Mm,
No, right?
no.
System has to calculate automatically. How? So what I'm going to do, look at here. So date, I'm going to take year of today.
Mm,
So this will give you year of today.
right.
Month, I am going to take month from the date of birth.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Day from the date of birth. Now what will happen? This date will give you the current year date of birth. This formula will give you the current year date of birth. Then use this
Right.
formula to send an email. So generally you have to use this formula to send an email. So next year this will change automatically.
Okay.
This year will change automatically, right? Every year.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah,
Got
that's
it.
where like this date function we will use.
Yeah. Got it.
So like that, like there are all. So this is now one example, like as you asked, like I will put this example over here. See, instead of this example, it's a straightforward example, but this example is relevant to like the practical scenarios.
So what about if we want to say next year, Sampath?
So you have to add a year plus one. So next year it will come automatically. We don't want to do it. So because from the function, what you done?
The year, yeah.
So it
Year
will
means
give you,
it will take
The
it as a
current year.
current year, right?
yeah. So next year the system will change. The date will change automatically, and this date also will change automatically. 2022. It will come automatically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This
I got it, yeah.
function. See, this
Yeah.
year we are taking it from today. So
Yeah.
if you look at the next year, again, the next year, the today date is 2021. Then from
Yeah.
2021, it will take the year and it will happen. Like if you look at the next year, this date will change it automatically.
Sampath, a question. If you want to skip a year, if you want to say, I want alternative years, so how you say +1? What you was talking like?
Yeah.
Say
So
you
let's
put
say
a-
like I want a 1 year, and you have to calculate. Yes. So what you can do, simple year. So year plus one. So
Okay. This just give you alternate. Okay.
yeah. So by default, always it will give you the 1 year extra. So if you look at 2020, it will give you a 2021. If you look
Right.
at the 2021, it will give you, sorry, still it's not added. 1 second.
Okay.
So this will give you year plus 1. Previous formula is wrong, actually, not the right one. Yeah, you will see. So next year it will say like a 2022. So 1 year extra it will give you.
Yeah. Okay.
So same way for month you can add it like, yeah. You know, if you want a real-time scenarios, I just built yesterday one flow. Maybe I could have you like I thought of showing it to you guys. So let me take that. Sorry.